Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm a week early. Thanksgiving's next Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving. I got my girl back with me. The last broadcast I did by myself, the Brown Sugar Girl, was on the pup list. Pastor, what's the pup list? She doesn't know either. What's the pup list? In sports, it's the pup list. The Browns won. We're rolling. Steelers this Sunday. Check this out. She was on the pup list. Pastor explained the pup list to us. Physically unable to perform. That's the pup list. She's back now.
You come up with your own acronyms,
No,
don't
that's
you?
a real acronym. That's what they say in sports. You're on the pup list. I knew you didn't know. That's why I wouldn't lead you like that. The pup list is real. They were physically unable to perform. Amen. Okay. But now you're back. We're going to talk about sciatic nerve that had her on the pup list. Going to talk about Thanksgiving. I need your help. This is my 22nd year, our 22nd year. Feeding the needy for Thanksgiving. We go into the highways, into the byways. We go to the shelters, the homeless shelters, the men, the women, up and down the streets from 55th and Woodland and Kinsman to downtown East 9th, East 6th, East 12th, 17th and Superior. We're all over. Want you to come donate 1 hour of your time and then go home with your family. We start early, 8 o'clock. We're done at 12 noon. The address, I'm going to give it out, 1799 East 55th Street, Cleveland. Want you to come to the church. Go to the website, agapeacc.org. You can join up. Hit us up on Facebook. I'll contact you by Facebook, Agape Connection. Tweet me at Pastor Aitken. Go on to Instagram and DM me. There it is, Pastor_Aitken. We need your help. We're going to feed the needy for Thanksgiving. We call it people helping people. Don't forget, come check us out. We got to do that. So here it is, woman of God.
You've been doing that for 22 years,
22 years. That's what Antoine said.
Amazing.
We missed 1 year because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And we thank God you've been rolling with me since 17. So this will be your 6th year doing it.
It's a great feeling to just go out and just be a blessing to, others. I was telling the women's ministry, it should be all the time. I know we got our busy schedules and things of that nature, but we're going to make a great effort to do it at least quarterly, every 3 months, and be a blessing to whomever.
To whomever.
You know what I'm saying?
We have to. Yeah, we
Where
have
Acts
to.
20:35 says better to give than receive. Come on now.
We have to. So there it is. We call it people helping people. It's Agape Christian Center and True Light Church combined doing this powerful work, doing this effort. We got to do that. I'll be talking about that throughout the broadcast. We missed last week, took a sabbatical because of the woman of God. I got a lot of people hit the Facebook up and they hit the website up. It was powerful. So we got a lot. I can't go through all of them, but we had about 16 comments from last week.
Oh, that's
we
good.
weren't able to address, so people want me to address them. And today, someone told me they was listening to D.L. Hughley, the D.L. Hughley show, and he had a subject on there about black women. There's no disrespect. He said, why black women, I think the subject was, we'll talk about it a little bit, woman of God, that black women weren't taught to date. He was talking about the nationalities and the different races of people. And he said that black women are that strong woman. If they need a house, they go out and buy it. If they need food, they say, I got the food stamps, my baby gonna eat. And they was talking about that. I may want to talk about that too. Somebody else told me to talk about how sports ties into marriage and relationships. I said, wow, I like that. My boy Rick, he said, tie that in, Rick, how sports, like with the family, you know what I'm saying? So I would be the quarterback, you'd be the wide receiver, being a team. There it is. Then someone wants to talk about finances and romance. We talked about that. I'm just going to flip through a series of these. Let's see which one hit, because people are texting finances and romancing. How do we date? I like that one. How do we date? Somebody said, how do we date after breakups? Okay. How do we date after breakups? Like that one. Praise the Lord. I like that one. Here's that secular music thing. Pastor, is it good for a Christian to listen to secular music? I talked about that when you weren't with me. Pastor, give me those 10 rules of relationship. I remember that. That was from the last show, too. Here's our girl. She said, Pastor, want Pastor B to tell us more about Seeds of a Woman. You guys talk about it. I want to know more about it. See, that's a good one, too. I like that, too. Praise the Lord. Bible study. Yes, we do Bible study. This person said, when and where is Bible study? It's every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We call it New Life in Christ. That's what we named our Bible study. We call it, it's interactive Bible study, prayer, and teaching and learning of the word, and we enjoy that too. Woman of God, jump in here. What do you think? I got a lot of stuff. I'll ramble through here, and I'll pick some things. Plus, I got people texting already.
Yes.
I got 3 texts already.
Which one you want to hit on?
I don't know. Listen to this one, okay? I'll give you this one right here. Check this out. Pastor, why don't couples know how to relax? Why don't couples know how to relax? The stress of the world, our jobs, raising children. We're empty nesters now, and we don't know how to act. but we need to learn how to relax.
Slow down.
My wife
Slow
does
down.
not know how to relax.
Yeah.
And
Because
Pastor,
you always
know who I
been
am.
grinding.
Yeah, I like that.
You
So, okay,
always
let's
been
talk about that.
grinding.
Yeah,
I just told somebody yesterday,
cool. Yeah, I like that.
they had text me. It was like, why y'all ain't on the show? I said, because today is Wednesday. She's like, I'm just running around being so busy and everything. I said, you know, I have really learned now to slow down.
Right.
You just have to, because sometimes you end up messing up. You know what I mean?
Right. Moving too fast.
By moving too fast, or you miss something.
15 miles an hour, you can't go 50 miles at 15 miles an hour.
You're going to get in trouble.
And you can hurt somebody.
And you can hurt somebody. And watch this. If you don't slow down, you can hurt yourself, right? Gotcha. I'm learning that, y'all. It's taking much work for me to do that, but I have to learn to slow down. Wow. It's beneficial. I'm gonna say it like that. It's just beneficial. For mind wise, because it feels like your mind always racing and never gets to shut down until I lay down. And I said, I don't want to just shut down when it's time to go to sleep. I want to be able to just relax and just enjoy it too.
Text to talk. That's what it is. The administrator Jennifer just texted me that. Text to talk. That was our subject matter the week before when the brown sugar girl wasn't with me. Now she's back. Text to talk. We said text to give. Remember, text to talk. So that's what you got to do. Very sensitive one right here. They said I got to do this one. They They did this on our website last week, and they're back now again texting. It's a long thread, and this one's pretty serious. You got to listen to this. Pastor, my stepfather has got someone pregnant, and it is his stepdaughter. In the relationship, as far as age go, I'll break that down. But the stepfather has gotten the stepdaughter pregnant. Mother's in denial, complete denial. Long thread. Mother's in denial. I'll go to the next one. Mother's in denial, complete denial. Told you about it last week, and now the baby is due in January. My sister is living with me. She's distraught, but she was having an affair with her stepfather for the last 2 calendar years.
Jesus.
Told them they would get pregnant. In the midst of that, she had a venereal disease from him. So they don't know how that happened. So, wow. Jesus Christ. So now they were in a relationship for 2 years, and now the baby's due in January. Pastors, they definitely need counseling. Everybody's in denial. I'm the only one in Christ. Was raised in Christ. Mom raised us in Christ, but now that's it. She's in complete denial. So me and my mother have fallen out. We haven't spoken in the last 6 months. The baby is due in January. So remember, this is the big sister. I'm the big sister.
Excuse me.
So how in the world did the stepfather start having an affair with my little sister, and why didn't little sister say something? No, it's not rape. No, it's not molestation, Pastor. They were in this together.
Together. Wow.
Wow, that's deep. My sister, and I know Jesus Christ, that's one of our girls. That's one of our spiritual daughters.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that's really deep, because I think yes, they need counseling.
Definitely.
Wow, the mother.
Boundaries were broken, crossed. I mean, Jesus.
That's pretty deep. That's like some Jerry Springer stuff on the show. No disrespect. That's kind of deep. So I think counseling's needed, but the mom and the stepdad are still doing their thing. It sounds like. So I guess mom's in agreement with it.
Where did we become to think that
wow,
that was
you got me
even
with that
okay?
when you blew my wig off. Yeah. I'm still looking at the thread. I'm still watching you text. She's texting again. Right. iPhone, so I know how that goes. It's
boundaries was definitely crossed.
Wow, Jesus
definitely.
Christ.
That's a hard one, Pastor.
That's a hard one. She got us on that one. You got us on that one. Yeah, you definitely need counsel. I'm trying to get my code in here.
Where did the interruption come?
Now, Pastor, she said 2 years, but it's actually been 3 years. They have been in a relationship. I'm calling it a relationship. So why doesn't my mother understand, and why is she still with this man? Now, mind you, this is not my dad. My dad has been incarcerated, Pastor, for the last 17 years. So the stepdad, I didn't have a great relationship with him. We say hi, we say bye. But I'm really hurting for my little sister. Again, Pastor, the baby's due in December. I wonder how, you got to tell us some ages too. I need to know, how old is your sister? So I applaud you for what you're doing. Oh, Holy Spirit, hit me. I applaud you for what you're doing as big sister.
Yeah.
You're looking out. I got you.
You're
the repair of the breach. You're standing in the gap. I like that. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep ministering to your little sister. And I do need to know how old she is. So we can like that will probably get a better.
So mom and dad did she say mom and dad or the stepdad and the mom is still together?
Her sister is 21. Wow. Mom is 45. Stepdad's 50. Okay, I'm writing it down. Got it. Stepdad's 50.
Well, so way old enough to understand
and you are
choices.
29. Big sister's 29. Okay, I'm writing it down. Big sis. Okay, got it.
Decisions.
So yeah, I
choices.
got you. Okay, wow. Jesus Christ. And this is baby girl's second baby. The 21-year-old has a baby. So she has a baby. The 21-year-old has a baby. The baby is 3.
We're going to have to talk about that.
Wow, has a 3-year-old. Okay, I got it. Jesus Christ. So she broke up with her child's father. When this happened, the child's father broke up with her. He said he didn't want to have nothing to do with it. Because remember, Pastor, she's been having an affair with my stepfather for 2 years, and the baby they have is 3 years old. So her baby daddy, I know what they mean. I know, we know Ebonics. Baby daddy broke up with her. Yeah, I don't blame bro, too. I got, wow, Jesus Christ. Ooh, that's a deep one. Agape is a lifestyle. You know, my wig gonna get back. Okay, so I got it. So yeah, so baby boy broke up with her. I guess I understand what he's saying. He broke up with her. Got you. And then while for the last 2 years, she's been having an affair with the stepfather who's 50 years old. So he was not statutory rape because she's 21.
Yeah.
And the stepdad's 50.
So you old enough to know right from wrong, period.
Jesus Christ, yeah. So they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, so they knew what they were doing.
Well, she was 19 for the last 2 years.
You still know what you were doing. Yeah.
That was real close. Oh, so he really is a freak. He waited to after the age, right? So she's not under the age of 18. She was 19. So 2 years ago, she was 19. 2 years ago, he was 48.
Right.
Nah, but still not good.
So you don't think at 19 you know what's right from wrong to whether to sleep with the
18 or 19?
Well, I'm not saying about the law. I'm talking about making a decision to sleep. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know what the age is.
Yeah. I don't know if it's 18 or 19. That's the law. Okay. You know, if you have sex, if a grown man has sex with a girl under 18, that's statutory rape.
But she wasn't under 18.
I know she was 19. That's what I'm saying. So he's a slime ball. He waited before. So
don't you hold both of them accountable? Because at the same time, you're 19. You know why are you making a decision?
He can manipulate the 19-year-old.
I understand that, but that's stepdad, mom's husband.
Yeah, he could easily.
We're crossing boundaries. We're crossing lanes. Come on, just think about it. I'm not saying I'm not.
She did that to her mom.
Both hold a responsibility in this.
Right.
Manipulation or not. Right. How you know she didn't manipulate him?
Right. At 19.
At 19.
You think she enticed him?
It could have went both ways. So at the same time, both are responsible. Both can be held responsible.
Pastor, we're watching the show. The age of accountability, 19. It's 19 subject to what a girl says and what a girl does. The law says it's not considered statutory rape if they're over 19. If they're 19 and older. See, I thought it was 18. So she's telling me it's 19 and older. I would check that, Google that. See, I think it's 18 and older because I think it's 8. I think 18 and under is statutory rape. I don't think it's over, but Google and see. So I got you on that. Pastor, my stepfather tricked her, buying her cell phones, buying her clothes. He bought her. So he exchanged money for sex, like buying her clothes, like buying her the latest Jordans, like buying her the new iPhone, like having her flossed out. Oh, so wow. So I believe that. I believe that. That's deep. She's still texting. You know how the iPhones got those little things. So I believe that. Yeah, I believe that too at 19. I don't think she did it. I no disrespect. I think he enticed her at 48. He 19. And yeah, he did. And he can buy her. So I got you with that. Wow. We might have to stay on that. Wow, I got a couple people. What you think, woman of God? So I'm thinking like, again, I don't know. What about the mother? You're a wife and a mother. Would you break up? You wouldn't break up with your husband? You wouldn't. What would you do? Would you leave him if you found
Sometimes
out?
I'll have a poker face.
Right. Would you leave him or what would you do? Would you stay there?
Leave him.
You believe the man over your daughter or the daughter over your man? Ooh, that's good. What would you do?
Apostle.
Well, it's got to be real because she pregnant.
They might be coming to pick me up in handcuffs.
Yeah, you might catch a case, huh?
I might catch a case.
That's true. You might catch a case.
I'm just saying. I'm the woman of God talking about. I'm about to catch a case. You know what?
JJ, my brother said if that was my sister.
You don't know what you'll do when you in that situation.
If that was my sister, Pastor, you know what I would do.
Exactly.
He would not even have to worry about that.
I'm looking at
That's
the age.
That's my man, Jay. Wow. Jay said, I hear you, bro. Why he said that was my sister. Wow. Pastor, that mother bears a lot of responsibility.
Yes, she do.
I believe she knows. We know what goes on with our children. Were they living under the same roof? That's what somebody asked. Baby girl, were they living under the same roof? Wow, this is getting interesting. People firing back already for us. Wow, look what the barbershop said. That ain't right, Pastor. You know when you and Deacon Delaney do that ain't right. That ain't right, Pastor. Everybody's guilty. The 19-year-old, well, she's 21 now, the girl and the stepdad and the mom. They could have been doing, you don't know what they were doing, Pastor. I know this is a family show, but Pastor, you don't know if all three of them was doing the dude. Ooh. Jesus Christ. The barbershop said it might have been, that's right, we don't. Wow, because the freaks come out at night. Wow, we don't know. No disrespect. Wow.
The age, it says for ranging from 16 to 18 years old.
From 16 to 18, I told you so.
Yeah.
So he waited till she was 19. So see, he knew what he was doing. So now that's not.
Wait a minute, but go back to the comment you just made. You said all three of them could have been in on it.
The barbershop said, they said all three of them were doing the do.
I'm done.
Pastor, I too think my mom was in on it. And I'm saying bad words right now. She's got the emojis up.
So in agreement.
So she's think her mom, wow, that's some freaky stuff, ain't it?
That's like some sister wife thing going on, right?
That's crazy. So wait a minute, mom's 45. She was 43 back then. So I'm going back to when they first started this.
Okay.
So when they started, baby girl, you told me, so 21 now, baby girl. So she was 19.
This is a serious topic, ain't it?
Yeah, mom was 43 and old boy was 48. Okay, and you were
Mom was 43
at the time. 2 years ago.
Okay.
So they've been rocking for 2 years. Now the baby's due in January. So she's about to have the baby. Jesus Christ. Wow. Whew. Look at one of your spiritual daughters said this. Pastor V is right. I would have to go to prison. You would be visiting me at Marysville because I would have to catch a case. Relationship here on this earth. Wow. I hear you. She said, my girl said she'd be, wow, Jesus Christ. Wow. Pastor,
do you think there's some talking with the daughter? Should you be talking with the daughter that was in engaged in this too? Would you have a conversation with the daughter as a mom?
Oh, definitely.
Like
mom,
asking questions?
Yeah, how did this happen?
How did this happen?
Yeah. Oh, yes, Pastor, they were all under the same roof. They were all under the same roof.
So you don't know what... I
have my own apartment. I've had my own apartment since I was 18.
So you don't know what's going on in your home?
They were under the same
All right
roof.
now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's...
Wow, you didn't mess the... Well, you ain't messed the show up. You know what I mean by that, baby girl. We going... Wow.
I'm praying for you. That's a lot. That's
praying for you.
That's a heavy load.
Pastor, as you always say, they do need prayer. Yes. And you're always talking about prayer. We know you're a man of prayer. You always say they need prayer. You say you got to pray about it first. Pastor, they need counseling. They do. But old boy needs to be in the penitentiary.
Oh, for sure.
He needs to be in jail.
For sure.
Although she's 19, he knew what he was doing. He manipulated her. I heard Pastor V say, you don't know what she was doing. You know, old boy bought
because
her.
Let me say this too.
Her. You know, they said, don't tell your mama. Don't tell your mama.
How you know what to get unless you asking? Let me tell you something. I'm not. Please, women, forgive me. And I'm being an advocate for a second.
All right.
So we have to think about manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
So
it goes both ways.
It goes both ways because I gotta ask for some things too.
So you think the 19-year-old manipulated him or played on him?
I'm quite sure she
as a woman.
Everybody played their role in this part. Yeah. So I'm not just going out to buy you a cell phone just to be buying you one. I'm asking. You know how some people be asking for stuff and
you're from the other side. So you're saying as a woman, the 19-year-old has got as much responsibility.
Hey, I'm playing my hand. I want some things, so I'm asking for some things.
She couldn't get that. So in return, she couldn't ask her mom.
Yeah, you could have got it for your mom, but it could have been a myriad of reasons of why it didn't happen or play out that way. So let me. Be manipulative and see what I can get. But in the process, he said, if I'm going to get you this, I'm just talking because things like this happen.
Right.
If I'm going to do this, you got to give me something in return. Come on now. Let's not sugarcoat anything, especially the way things work in the world today. We've seen it a myriad times, heard about it, whatever. It goes both ways. Men can be manipulative, getting stuff from women. Women can be manipulative, trying to get something from man. And in the process, you got to give me something in return. That's how it works. I'm just telling you. I've heard it.
Wow. Pastor, she's a freak. He's a freak. Whatever they were doing, we don't know about all three under the same roof because we don't know their business. Could have been all three. But let's look at him, the 19-year-old who's now whatever age, the baby's being born. She's a freak. Dog and her mother, not good. Under the same roof, not good. Mother's probably at work while they're sleeping in the bed, doing they want to. Agree, not right. He's too old for that. Yes,
you
not
you
good,
know better.
dude.
Come on
No matter
now.
how you slice it,
No matter
what
how
we
you
say,
slice it, yeah.
he's wrong for doing that.
Absolutely.
That was his wife's daughter.
Daughter,
but not
period.
his daughter. That's downright nasty,
Yes,
Pastor.
absolutely.
And as you say, Pastor, that is not right. So
That ain't right.
That's not a laughing, joking matter.
I'm not laughing. I'm just
ain't right.
Yeah.
And so what we're saying is, what I'm saying here today, Pastor, is if that dude was in my family, no disrespect, if that was my little niece or little sister,
absolutely.
we also have to remember as men, you have a mother. You wouldn't want nobody to do your mother that way. You have a sister.
Or your daughter.
You wouldn't want nobody to do your sister that way. You could have a daughter, and you wouldn't want nobody to do your daughter that way. As you say, Pastor, and you and D. Lane, your joke, that ain't right. Wow.
That's true.
Jesus Christ.
That's
ain't
right.
Heavy. Yeah, that's heavy.
I'm definitely keeping the older sister in prayer because that's a lot that she got to digest and put, and it's on her plate.
Yes.
Because you seeing all this go down.
Oh, that's good, Pastor. My little sister is seeking counseling right now. She's doing online therapy with a therapist that I get through my job for her because my job has coverage, and I was able to talk to someone and was able to get her in touch with a therapist. So she is seeing a therapist online as of now.
That's good.
But I want to bring her to the church, and we need a church home, and we like your ministry, and we love you and Pastor V on the show. Praise the Lord. All right. Praise God. Wow, that's deep, sister.
That is.
Well, I'm glad she's seeing somebody. Yeah,
right.
That's good. She's seeing a little bit online therapy.
That's a lot.
That's a blessing. Yeah, that's a blessing.
I'm still like, where mom? Where mom? What role is mom playing in all this right now?
Ooh, mom is a sleazebag / and the emojis. I know they're cussing. They put the mom is a blankety 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 blank. Pastor, she's no good, and she knew what was going on under her roof. I'm kind of thinking it could be all three involved. Wow, gee, that's from a woman. Jesus Christ. The barbershop. Pastor, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
You're right.
People present their
one
representative
thing, one way,
and it's something different.
Another.
This sounds like it could have been all three parties are involved. Now, he could have enticed her, or she could have put it on him. But I don't believe in today's times. I think all three were involved. Jesus
everybody
Christ.
responsible.
Yeah, everybody
that was involved.
Yeah, wow. Jesus Christ.
So we always look to put the blame on one person.
Yeah.
But it takes two to tango.
Antoine said, here's our oldest born son. Antoine said, Dad, listen to the conversation. I always love the show. That sounds like I agree with some of the callers. No disrespect. As you say, Dad, your words. But I say that sounds like all three are involved. Jesus Christ. Y'all thinking, yeah, we don't know. We're not gonna judge. No, I don't know, y'all. Y'all got me on this one. Jesus Christ.
That's deep. That's heavy. That's some serious stuff.
Pastor, the mother knew. I'm positive she knew. I'm positive she knows. You know if we're in the house together. And why wouldn't the girl say he raped her if the stepdad had sex with her and violated her? Wouldn't she say the stepdad
Something
raped her?
Something happened, yeah.
So I believe the mother knew. Wow, Jesus Christ. Wow. I don't know. Ooh, that's a serious. We're gonna break that down. We'll keep breaking that down. What you got? We'll keep breaking it down as we go through the show. 7:28, the Lord time. We're halfway through, and that was a serious. That's why I had to take notes. Jesus Christ, and that's what you got.
Hold on, somebody text said. Remember we were in the car talking. They were talking about something Dio said. About the
tell me
about
the
information.
Right, how did it go?
So they were a man and a woman was married, or when they got married,
had the child.
16
years later.
16 years later,
finds out.
Actually, 17 years later, finds out
that
the child's not his son,
and
it's a boy.
Father-son
relationship.
My son, and then found out.
And he said whenever they was going through their rough spot,
right? Did they separate?
He said they didn't separate.
But they was going through a rough time.
But they was going through a rough time in marriage.
Okay.
So she stepped out.
Right.
Early on.
Right.
In the marriage.
Right.
Right. You know, them first couple of years or whatever was kind of a little rocky or whatever.
Yeah.
So she stepped out.
So she did.
He didn't know.
He didn't know.
She becomes pregnant.
Right.
This was crazy. She becomes pregnant. Right. So this man raises this son as his own.
Right.
His wife is pregnant. They happy while it brought them back closer and everything.
Gotcha.
Something happened with the son.
Right.
medically wise or whatever,
Right.
and found out that the child wasn't his.
Wow. And it blew me away.
It blew him away.
Yeah.
To the point where
What did he do?
he packed his stuff and left.
Wow. I couldn't believe that. The man packed his stuff
Packed
and
his
left.
stuff and left.
Wow.
He said because for almost 17 years,
Right.
you led him to believe
Right.
that this was his son.
Right.
He raising him up. He, doing the man thing with the son, father-son relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if that was the only child. He said, but for 17 years, you led him to believe this was his son. Wow. Something happens where blood or whatever was the issue, whatever the case may be, and they find out, or he finds out, this not his son.
And my man rolled out.
He packed his stuff.
And
he
left.
said he's not paying child support.
Wow. He said, I'm out.
He said he out.
He said,
so
I'm
I
out.
just said,
Right.
and it was a lot of comments. It was a lot of,
Right.
stuff coming back, in
I
regards
don't
to
think
that.
he should leave.
He
I
said
don't think
because
he should have left. Yeah.
he don't think that he could
Trust her no more.
not only just trust her, but looking at
The child.
just will bring back all that anger and resentment that he would have towards his wife, and he didn't
that's what he can't
want
handle.
to portray it or project it on the son.
So what about the relationship with the son? That's all they knew. They was tight. They father and son. They I don't know.
He said right now he can't deal with. He walked all the way away from it.
That could crush the boy though, right?
Absolutely. So we never ever look at
the kid, like you said. What about the kid?
the repercussions that it's going to come. That's going to come on the children.
Yeah, we always talk about
we as
talk
adults
about
we
us.
make these crazy decisions. We
About
do
us.
things
Right.
about us,
And then we don't think about
but
the
we
kids.
never think about the
Right.
children that are
Right.
involved.
Right, I agree.
So he said,
"Wow,
he didn't want to do that, but
Right.
just the hurt and the pain and the resentment that he
Right.
felt towards the woman
messed him up."
He said he didn't want to sleep in the bed with her.
Nothing.
He didn't want to interact with her. He didn't want to communicate. He said he packed his stuff up
And rolled out.
and rolled out.
Wow. So would you leave? Wow. Would you stay? He rolled out.
And rolled out.
He just left.
He just left.
No
He
questions
said,
asked.
and it was so crazy. He said, "This ain't no Dwayne and Gabrielle
Oh my God,
situation."
yeah, ain't
He was
D-Wade,
like,
Gabrielle.
for 17 years, he raised this child,
Right.
believing it was his son.
Yeah, I got you.
Right.
Right.
And to
I don't
sit
know
up
if he
here,
just roll out though, because they have a relationship.
he
They have
said
a relationship.
they was talking. A lot of people was calling and saying, "Yep, I got it. I understand it."
walked away
Relationship.
from old boy, his
he
son?
said, "You don't understand." He said, "Imagine that happening to you."
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you guys
What
walk
would
away
you
from the
do?
son. That's 'cause
He said he couldn't do
you and
it.
The son, he couldn't do it.
Looking at him, he said, "Don't look." Now he said, looking at him.
Now through these years, I bet everybody said you look just like your dad. You
Yeah,
look
all
just
this
like
stuff.
your-" See,
Yeah,
that's
so
what I'm saying.
now,
he does.
so now all of this is playing in his
those
mind.
people say if you live with them and you feed them, they're yours.
They're yours.
Yeah,
17 years. That's a long
So I
time.
bet that people you see me say, "Oh, yeah, you look just like your dad." Everybody say that, don't they? I don't know if I could just roll out as a come on barbershop talk. Nah, I wouldn't
that's
just roll
heavy.
out, man.
That's heavy.
You thinking about him not at 16, 17. I wouldn't leave him hanging.
So a
like
lot
that.
of the resentment is
Yeah,
coming from
with her,
him
with her
because of
wife.
her.
Yeah.
He said even trying
Well,
to
that's
just
the only thing she lied
I'm
about.
sharing the same
that same
sharing
space with you.
the same space. He said, watch this.
But the lie was told
Now
16,
here's my
17
part.
years ago.
Now what if once you found out, you know at the time what was going on, you kind of got in the back. Come on, women, you got in the back of your mind. Yeah, I'm not thinking so. So,
Pastor,
but you be
know
honest.
you would not stay. Pastor, if you found out that Pastor V had the baby,
We said that,
if
right?
you found out that the baby wasn't yours, come on, bruh.
Yeah,
No, man,
I'm just
I
saying.
don't think I wrote. No, I'm looking at it from this point. I'm looking
Because
at
at
it
the
from
end
my
of the
man.
day,
That's my
it's
son.
a man.
and
You
it's gonna
raised
break
this
his
young
heart.
man. It's gonna break his heart.
So if you now you've been with him for 17 years, and now you know in our culture, you look just like your dad. You look just like your grandfather. Y'all, Apostle, him and his son, they all look alike. Me, Antoine, Aaron, y'all walk the same. You and Antoine and Chandler, y'all walk the same. So now after all that, I don't know if a brother, especially man, could you just roll out from your son? I might be mad at you, and she only told one lie. What if she been a clean all? That was the no, man. I don't think.
Okay, so let's look at this scenario. What if there were other children involved? So now I'm not a man.
They got kids together, so those are our kids.
So wait,
so Brittany and Janelle is ours, but the Blake's not ours. So
but
see,
now he's saying now I'm second guessing now if the other ones, yeah,
you can test that.
I get it.
Pastor, I'm
but
out.
the one is not.
Pastor,
the one
I'm out.
Who made him a dad?
Pastor,
who said,
I'm out.
Or thought made him a dad. Come
Hold
on,
on
think
one
about
second.
it. Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Go down from 10 to 8.
So
Pastor, hold on. I'm out, Pastor. Not staying, not at all. Agree with Pastor V. If she's saying that too, I'm not staying, I'm out. Pastor, she lied to me. She's no good.
Oh,
she
Lord.
ain't never been no good. That's too long of a time. I heard you just say that was 16 years ago. Pastor, that's too long to keep that.
Yeah.
Could have told him on the second or third year. Could have told him.
That's my point. What I'm saying.
Oh, good point. Mama could have told him like.
That's my point.
Mama kept it going.
Yeah, but you kept it going.
Well, my man is a good man. She knew he had a good father.
I get all of that, but what if after you said it, after maybe a year or two, we go to counseling, and we reconcile whatever this happened. You know, we were, even though we did not physically separate, we were going through some rough patches or whatever. I stepped out.
Let me jump
whatever
in.
the case.
Deceit, go from 10 to 7. Deceit is deceit.
Pastor, you're not going to tell me to keep talking to go down.
Deceit, because you weren't here last week. You were excited. Stay excited. From deceit is deceit.
I get it.
Pastor, it does not matter how long it's been. I agree with PV again. This person agrees with you. They call you PV. I know who that is. I agree with PV. Oh, so they saying, so y'all rascals saying y'all will roll out on the son. So I can't ask you how that would do with a daughter because we can't do that. But it's
no, I'm not rolling out on my daughter. I'm not rolling out on my daughter.
No, bros, I don't think I'd do that, man. Now here's the thing: if they have other kids, so this is what I'm saying. If the one kid we had, and then you said that was Tom Jones is the father.
Right.
But now we got these 2 daughters and these 3 kids. Now say we got 4 kids. So these 4 are mine, but this one is not. So now we can do the blood test. Now we found out all 4 are mine.
Okay, but this one is not.
And he's been rocking. I'm not doing that to him. I couldn't roll out.
So let me ask you this. So you know the 4 is yours. Let's give some scenarios here, right?
5, but this
you thought it was 5, but you got 4.
No, I couldn't.
But watch this.
Oh, you can't answer that question.
No, I'm not. No, I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, you asking
so
me.
You got the 4.
Right.
You have 5, but you got 4. One is not yours. Do you think that you would start treating him differently? And you know you got the 4 that's over here that's yours, but he start feeling some kind of way because you know he's not yours, but you over here and they got it good. But this one over here, you treating another kind of way, right? Because you know he's not yours, and you start treating him differently and things like that.
You shouldn't. Nope.
Right? So would you do that?
Nope. We got a new one. I got
but
the barbershop.
Think about it. Yes, you would, because you don't know how. Well, I'm not saying yes, you would, but I'm just saying.
We got the barbershop.
Some people would do that.
I got the barbershop. Now I got Speedway. We got our special guest. They watch from Speedway. We got a new, y'all know when I say the barbershop, this is my Speedway brothers. They're at Speedway. Don't get fired watching the show where I stop for gas sometimes. Speedway brother says, Rev, you are right. As a black man in America, I'm not leaving because the relationship that could destroy.
That's 17 years.
That could destroy that young brother. Wow.
Absolutely.
Oh, Speedway says, and now if he does look like me, my grandmama always say that, Pastor. So, Pastor, you must be old. My grandmama always say if you feed them and they live with you, you're going to look like them. Yeah, man, your grandmama my age. This is young brother.
That's funny.
It's the Speedway Club.
Yeah.
So, grandmama's my age. Yep, grandmama said if they live with you and you feed them, they're going to start looking like you. No, I wouldn't give up on them. Nope. And y'all know me.
And I like that comment. In today's society, we got enough men that are not a part of their children, whether it's boy or girl.
I'm not treating him no different.
Exactly.
Because that's the role of the step-parent.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dad, the GOAT. I wasn't raised by my biological. People always think that, remember? I was raised by the GOAT, Charles Johnson, the greatest of all time as far as fathers. Remember, from 2 years old to when he went to glory. So remember, so it's some powerful step. It's some powerful, and I know people don't like that word step or whatever y'all call it, but that's a powerful statement for all. Shout out to all the stepfathers who are standing in the gap, being in the gap. That's a powerful thing, man. So no, I couldn't do that. No, I wouldn't.
So let me ask this. Here's another question I would ask so would you then, so you know now, the mother knows it's all out, secret out, right? So
Speedway female said that don't get fired. That Speedway female.
I thought you missed me.
Speedway female. She said she agrees with old boy, I would leave. That woman, I'm a woman. We can't do that to our men. That's how we tear down so many men, by lying to them. We have to stop lying to our men.
Absolutely.
Be it our husband, be it our fiance or boyfriend.
Yes.
My mother taught me just not to lie, and I am married. Wow.
Just be honest.
Yeah, she's
so
right.
what about this too, right?
Wow.
So as the mother, you know, everything has come out, right?
Right.
So and you know who you was with,
right? Who
could possibly be the father? I pray to God it was only one other person, right? Now, would you then now introduce that son to their biological father?
I think you might should have. Well, no, that would be your call as well. I would say she should. Because now
how would you feel? So we sitting down, we having this conversation. So me and you married.
And I would tell you to do that if he wants to meet him.
Okay.
And I would leave it up to him.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't, no disrespect, y'all know I'm a radical brother.
Yeah.
I would not leave I told you. We got the 4 of the kids. So first thing I'm doing is we taking the blood test. If all 4 of those are mine, then I'm gonna say, baby,
and the one's not. Right.
With me because you got my name. I didn't give you no.
Exactly. You done signed the birth certificate, everything. So now
you've been to the basketball games.
So he asked now. He said, "Well, I'm 17. You know, he's thinking that he's gonna be a grown man soon. As far as 18, going into that adulthood,
right? You could be going to college. You going to the military, whatever.
So he said, "Well, you know what? No disrespect." He said, "You've raised me all my life."
Right.
But I just want to know who my dad is. How would you feel?
Yeah, she should tell him.
Absolutely.
And I would feel okay if he wants to do it because he may. I know some situations where that not like that, but the son didn't want nothing to do with the biological father. He rocks with the stepdad.
Right.
I know somebody like that personally.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Personally. Hey man, I'm gonna raise the hand. I know somebody personally. Hey man, see, no disrespect. There he is. Wow.
I get it. I would too. As a, you messed up as a woman, right? You know, go ahead and take whatever consequences is going to come from it, right?
Call.
You know, maybe my husband
text to call.
Maybe my husband gonna feel some kind of way, but at the end of the day, as a woman, it's still my responsibility to make this whole thing right.
Now you can make it right.
Yeah, make it right. Make it right. Make it right. Call. Make it right. Make it right. Seriously. And I would strongly want to say to him, as my son, I want you to meet your biological father. Right. Although this man raised you, signed the birth certificate, did all that, right? I'm gonna make my wrong right. And I would love to make you, for you to not make you, but for you to be introduced to your dad or whatever. Because he probably don't even know.
Don't know. Speedway says, ask Pastor B, why do women lie? Why didn't she say it in the beginning? Daddy's, papa's maybe, mama's, papa's baby, mama's maybe. Mate, I know what they're trying to tell you. Got it. I know you're saying that mama's baby, papa's. So why do women lie to men knowing that was not his child? She slept with the man while with another man. Why they Speedway want to know, why do women lie like that? They're asking you.
You know, we do it for a myriad of reasons. Come on, shoot, the same reason why men lie. Because we.
But that's how y'all do about the baby daddy. Now, we can't do that because we ain't carrying life. So when y'all do that, when y'all rocking with both guys and y'all tell,
oh, he love this conversation.
Yeah, they don't. Ooh, that ain't good.
I get it.
Thank God I never been in that situation. I don't know. Have you been in that situation?
As far as what?
You slept with somebody else and you didn't know if the baby was that man you was with, but it was another man's, and then you lied to that man. Apostle, she doing this. That's why I be telling you, this joker get confused, Apostle. I know you're a strong woman, man. You don't have to worry about that. But you do that. Yeah. We don't do that. Me and Apostle.
Let me tell you something.
The barbershop.
Don't put me on blast. Don't put me on blast.
We got Shantina and
I'm just joking.
But y'all get down like that. Remember, y'all slept with Ronald and David, then y'all said that. And they right, Speedway right about that.
I watch a lot of, and I know sometimes it can be fixed.
Speedway on you. They got another question for you,
fictitious,
Speedway.
Right? So with that being said, a lot of times, we do it out of concern or fear, whatever the case may be.
Y'all sleeping with 2 men, the one you love and you gave Tyrone.
I understand what you're
saying.
Let's
call him Raheem. My so you gave Raheem.
I understand what you mean.
Love Steve, your husband, Raheem.
Yeah.
You had a one night affair with Raheem.
Because that one that you have been rocking with gonna be there.
Yeah, he's steady.
You know what I'm saying? He's steady, and he just my boo thing for a minute. I got my rocks off, or I got my freak on, or whatever.
So why do y'all do that?
Security.
Jesus, people get hurt like that too.
They do, just Jesus like Christ. Right now. But who's the one who get hurt the most? It is always the child.
Right. So why do women do that?
I just told you. I said security.
Then why wouldn't you tell a person who the real daddy is?
Afraid of this person gonna leave. Yeah, absolutely. Come on, let's be honest with it. Yeah. You got he done bought you a house, you made it a home, right? Okay. He provides, he does all this. You see him with the children. He's a good father figure, a good provider, a good artist. And so you think I'm about to jeopardize all of this?
Right.
And it's good
one mistake you made,
what the mistake that I made. But I'm just saying I did. So now here's you got to put your big girl panties on when it comes off to the light. Because my mom always told me that what you do in the dark is always gonna come to the light, and that's word. Now watch this. So sometimes we gotta stop. What's the Bible? He said you don't let your left hand know what your right hand do. We take that clearly out of context. Here's the thing, because you're gonna get caught. It's going to come to light, just like this situation do. So now here it is. As for me, I'm going to put my big girl panties on because I had my small girl panties on when I was getting my freak on. But now I got to put my big girl panties on, and I got to make my wrong right.
So Speedway says, as a woman, I'm a woman. Ask the lady pastor. I like that lady. Ask the lady pastor. Shouldn't she have told bruh, like maybe after 1 or 2 years? I had a situation. Listen. Sorry, I had a situation. I know you're excited back on the air. I had a situation.
He's not gonna call me out like that.
You're on TN. I had a situation just like that, Pastor.
Wow.
But I told the truth after 1 year. My grandmother, rest her soul, she's in glory. She said, baby, make that right. And guess what? It turned out, Pastor, everything's good. And my son is now 13.
Wow.
And he's got a relationship with both his biological dad
I love it.
and his stepdad who raised him.
Love it.
I told you. I
love it.
I like
That's
that
why
Speedway. I like how you called her the lady
sometimes
pastor.
Sometimes you can't let stuff go on for years.
Wow.
What did I just say? Whatever you do in the dark, it's going to eventually come to the light. I don't care if it's 1, 2, however many years. Here's the thing. You know you did something wrong. You know it's not. So you going to have to face the consequences. Here's the thing. Maybe it's not going to turn out the way you think it's going to turn out. But do the right thing. Because at the end of the day, it's not about you. It's about the child.
Pastor, that ain't right. The barbershop. Love when we say that ain't right. Pastor, that ain't right. I agree with Pastor. I agree with Pastor. I'm leaving soon as I find out that child is not mine. I'm done.
I wasn't in agreement with that.
Thank God I didn't go upside. Thank God I didn't go upside her head.
Oh, Lord.
And for little homie, he just gonna have to be little homie. Pastor, I'm out. Wow, bruh. Barbershop, don't do homie like that, man. That's her, man. Y'all look, wow, my man said I'm out.
So
little
what if
homie, you just gonna leave little homie like that, man? Wow. Oh, wow. The other kids, Pastor. What about the other kids, Pastor? How do you feel about the other kids? I think I said, Pastor, if there's other kids involved, shouldn't we talk about that? I kind of addressed that while we were talking. We're running out of time, never out of a message. I said if the other 4 kids were mine, the first thing I would do, I said, for this caller, I would get the blood test for the other 4. So now what if it goes like this? The other 4 kids are mine, but the one is not because we got 5. That's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to answer that person who asked me that. Wow.
Gotcha.
Pastor, I'm out. Done deal. Nothing to talk about. Arrivederci. Bon voyage. Adios. Adios. What do you mean?
Adios.
My man. Y'all hard, man. Y'all too hard on the sister. Don't do her like that. Now I gotta stick up for the sister. Don't do her like that. Now and little homie, you can't just leave little homie like that. Wow.
So watch this. I get why the man feels like this, right? Because had nothing happened, you still wouldn't have told me nothing. So
Pastor,
I would have
she
gone.
could have told any time. What made her tell? Does Pastor V know, or how this story goes? Y'all said, is this a true story?
Remember, something happened. Yeah, this is a true story.
Okay, so it's a true story. And so, wait a minute, is this a true story? And how did it happen? How did he find out? What happened?
Something medically happened.
And this is a true story. This is from D.L. Hughley?
Yeah, no. Somebody text me this too.
Somebody text you. But this is a true story.
Yeah, this is a true story, right?
You don't know the people. Or you do?
I know.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This is a true
y'all
story.
Women to do that, y'all hang together. Women like you, y'all hang to see you because you was bringing y'all hang together from that military. You said I was on this side of the military barracks. It's on this side. It's big as the state of Texas.
You can't even get it right.
I'm on this
What's
side,
PT?
and y'all can. I don't know, physical therapy. And I was like, y'all was like, so y'all women to do that, y'all get down like.
Okay,
that.
check this out. Right,
birds of a feather
flock together. Gotcha.
Right. So you know about that.
Here I'm gonna be his judge. Be his lawyer.
You're gonna be his lawyer.
I can understand why, right?
Right.
So had nothing happened where we had to do blood work and all this stuff, she would have kept it going. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? And nobody knows.
And then you take it to your what I hate when they say
what they say. I'm gonna take it to the whatever.
I don't like that. Anyway.
Right, got you.
And you know that happens to some people.
It sure does. A lot of people go, and you find out at the funeral. You got.
You find out
brother and sister, they just look like you.
Apart. Yeah, but I seen that. I had a close buddy of mine.
So I'm just saying. So I understand what he said because she was telling me all this. It was a long text. Then I said, "Girl, just email me the information." And so, what happened was he said, "Were you ever going to tell me? Mm-hmm. Why did I have to find out this way?"
That's right. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
What if you would have told callers are saying and texters are saying, what if you would have told me this early on?
1 year, 2
we could have adjusted and we could have got counseling and we could have moved on and we could have been still living as a happy-go-lucky family.
Tell the truth.
Right?
Yeah.
But something happened.
Right.
And we had to find out, and I had to find out this way. So with that
Right.
being said,
Wow.
like how much more do you
Jesus.
have you done
Yeah.
that I don't know about that you holding, and it's gonna start coming out?
And I'm saying, what if that's the only lie she told? Because we
What
always
if
look at
it
that.
is? We-
So see,
yeah.
let's not just put her on the cross and crucify her. What if that's
No,
the
we
only
not-
lie? But other than that, she's straight, perfect wife. Not perfect, but she gets a 9.
But this was the only thing that I
That-
know
that-
about that
yeah.
messed him up.
Right.
She said, he has a valid point.
He's got
What
a
if
valid
I
point.
would have did that and it took for you to find out this way?
through a rape.
Would,
Yeah, but I
would
got
you
you. I see
still
what you're
be
saying.
in that forgiving mode to where, okay, this happened. It happened 17 years ago.
And
I
you're not
love
a
this,
liar.
and
You
then
know
I'm
this
not a
woman's not a
liar,
liar. She
and
just-
there's
but she
nothing
did
else
one
that's
thing,
going
yeah.
on. But this is the only thing,
Right.
and you still say, but would you still stay?
Stay right there. Try to remember. Talking Tina. Watch this. My mom knows that they were having an affair. She said, "I'm choosing my husband." She says, "No, I don't know they're having an affair, but either way, I'm choosing my husband." So that's back. That daughter just texted me that she said the mama said she's choosing her husband. What do you think about that? She wants your opinion. Ask Pastor V. They're watching. Of course, she's watching the show. Her and baby girl are watching the show. So mom said she choosing her husband. Jesus Christ, that's strong. Remember, the baby's gonna be born in
strong.
January. That's strong.
So my daughter
that's deep.
has
Back
a
to that.
baby by my husband.
Right.
And all this went down. And at the end of the day, mom says,
I'm choosing.
I'm choosing my husband.
That's some stuff right there. Jesus Christ.
Woo.
Yep, I hear you, baby girl. Stay with us. Stay with us for the show.
Apostle,
Stay
I'm
with
gonna
us
need
for
you
the
to put
show.
something on the board. Give me a word or something.
That's right. Apostle puts a word on the board.
Put a word on the board for us, because
He broke it down. We need a word from the apostle.
I'm gonna have to go in my
We
prayer
running out
room.
of time.
When
Yeah,
I
the
get
war
home
room,
and
the
come
war
the war
room.
room and come
Yeah.
back next week and
That's
give you an
deep, baby
answer,
girl.
because that's
That's
real
deep.
deep.
Pastor, me and my mom have not spoken. I told you the calendar must, baby girl. It's been like 8 months now that we have not spoken. I
That's her
apologize. 8 months.
That's her grandbaby.
That's gonna be her grandbaby.
That's gonna be her grandbaby.
That's gonna be her grandbaby.
So
Her daughter's child. Wow.
So let me tell you something. That's me. This has just hit me right here. My
I
grandbaby
applaud
not
you,
going
big
nowhere
sister.
near that house.
Yeah, I applaud you, big sister.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, not going nowhere near that house.
Not going nowhere near that house.
With mom and stepdad.
With mom and stepdad, because at the end of the day, like this sounds something you got going on, and he needs to deal with it. Because you just have crossed all lanes. You done had a foul. You made a foul. You done crossed over the line, the one stripe line. You done you done did all the things. You done struck out. Come on, I'm naming some stuff. I'm doing sports now. You done
Struck out.
You done missed a field goal. I'm just
Extra
saying.
point. Wow,
He missed an extra
everything.
point. You done did a whole bunch of things. My baby ain't going nowhere near that house.
I hear
Seriously,
you.
you understand what I'm saying? Like,
Pastor, he is so manipulative. We were raised as Christians. My
Jesus
grandfather
Christ.
is a pastor. We were raised as Christians, and my mother
Lord.
was raised in a Christian
I'm
home.
gonna need a word. Let me
Raised
look up
our
a
child,
word.
Raised in a Christian home. He has talked her out of Christianity into some type of cult that they've been in for the
Sister
last,
Cookie,
say,
I know
7
you watching.
years.
Send me a message.
So Pastor,
Cookie know
he's
who
very
she is.
manipulative and very persuasive. What do I do about that?
God, dog.
Baby girl, I think you got to stay away from that because your mama's grown. You're 20.
Yeah. You ain't know. You can. What she already. She showed you what she gonna do. She chose. Yeah, she chose her husband.
You got to help little sister.
You got to help sister out. Now this is where you step in as big sister, and because you got to help her get through this, because there gonna be some feelings about this. You know what I'm saying? Then, it's the mom's grandbaby, and I don't know.
Pastor, I've been texting
Yeah.
to call. Texting to call is texting to talk. I've been texting to talk since 7:01. Now
Wow.
you finally opened my text. I probably,
That's a lie. That's a heavy pill.
I probably didn't understand, but now I understand.
Okay.
Here's my question. That's so sad
Yeah.
with the young girl who's pregnant, the baby's about to be born, being pregnant by stepdad. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, mom knew that. I'm a woman. I'm 50, and I know she knows that. Now, I had a situation where we found out that the baby wasn't the father's child, like Pastor V is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The father did leave, Pastor. He left the home. It jacked up the son. Hold on. He went into a life of course, as a young black male. We're not stereotyping, selling drugs, alcohol, having kids out of wedlock, penitentiary time, the whole 9 yards. You met him at the sheriff's department, and you preached to him in Mansfield.
Wow.
He's now about 37 years old, just now getting his life back together. Pastor, it's devastating when men leave their sons or their families, and more devastating when black men leave their families. Wow.
Yeah.
See, true. Wow. Yeah, that's why I said I couldn't. You got to stay with that. Wow. Because see, that answers your question, Pastor V. What happens to the kids?
Yeah.
Let them down a whole nother road.
A whole nother road, especially at that. You've been in his life all that long,
Wow.
and then he's getting ready to transition to 18. That's young man getting ready to become an adult.
Pastor, I'm leaving. I'm 42 years old. If that happens to me, I'm leaving. Plain and simple. Don't care if the other kids are mine. I'm leaving. Gee, y'all, bruh's hard, man. Y'all just say y'all.
My sister said this sounds like the mom has some mental issues that need to be addressed.
There ain't no mental issues. She's a freak. That's Jen with the night. Jen's so nice. She ain't got no mental issues. She's a freak.
She said she shouldn't share her husband with her daughter.
Oh, she's a freak. They could be doing that. Like everybody said, you ever heard of threesome? Y'all heard? Nah, come on. I know. Come on now. We a clean, homely family show. Now, come on now. Mom ain't got no mental issues. Mom's a freak. The man ain't got no mental issues. He's a freak. The daughter is. See, come on now. Come on, stop it. Now, y'all know it. Stop it. All right, stop it.
Listen to what Robert said.
Yeah, that's right. Stop it. Tell them the T-shirt. Show them the T-shirt.
You got to show it to him.
It is. You got to stand up. I ain't got it on. I got to get me one. I think you got to stand up so they can read it. Watch this, KZ. Stand up. Read the T-shirt to them.
What it say?
It says, if at first you don't succeed, try doing what Robert told you to do the first time. Yeah, see, she's got to wear that shirt. Does Goofy have a wife? He sure does, amen. There it is. Try doing what I told you to do the first time.
I receive. I receive. Yeah.
What Jennifer say? Some mental issues. Yeah, mental issues. Yeah, but they're freaks. That's a lot
of stuff going on. You don't know what's going on with him personally. Like I said, he crossed all the lines. Boundaries. There was none. Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what? For me, I just have zero tolerance for things like that happen within families. It has happened enough within our African American families from.
As a man, that's
years, and I just think it's because you as a grown person, you married, you shouldn't be. Come on now, you just cross all kind of boundaries or whatever. Yeah,
I had a situation where
and I'm not in agreement with that as a mother. Come on now, you touch my daughter.
Yeah.
Whether she was in agreement or not, you gonna see me.
Right.
Period.
He ain't got to see her. Yeah. They're in agreement with it. That's why I keep trying to.
Well, I'm saying I don't care if she was in agreement with it. Both of them gonna see me. Now I'm not gonna hurt my flesh and blood.
They're all in agreement. Yeah,
you
just no doubt, no question about it. You just answered the question. If that was the case, you would.
I'm going to see both of them.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're in agreement.
I'm going to see both of them.
2 minutes, Dougie Fresh. We out of here. Apostle said we ran out of time, but never out of content.
Yeah, that was good talk.
It's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. We won't see you next Thanksgiving. We'll be back the next Thursday.
Everyone.
It's a long month. Happy Thanksgiving. Give thanks to the Lord because He is great. 1799 East 55th Street. Go to our website, agapeacc.org. Check us out on Facebook, Agape Connection, Instagram, Pastor_Aitken, Pastor_Aitken 2. We want you to come out and help us serve Thanksgiving to the needy. 1 hour of your time. I want one guest. I need 2 people from KZ to come out. I'll give you a free gas card, a $50 gas card. If you say, I saw us on KZ, come to the church, help us go to the shelters, help us serve 1799 East 55th Street. I beseech you, like the Apostle Paul said, help us serve people, helping people. God bless. Go Browns. And yes, the Browns are going to upset the Steelers today. Nick Chubb is recovering. Shout out to the Nick Chubb. God bless. What you got? One pinky, one finger.